Ember Cup's pretty condensed. Like, I've done condensed metas on this channel before, but this is something else. This is a step above. So, my name's Fish from Pallet Town PvP. We're going to take a look at the basics of this meta. We've just come from live streaming a big deep dive into this meta with Lyle Jeffs III. You can check out the VOD for that here. In the meantime, this is just your basics, and look, as the name suggests, it's Ember Cup, so fire types are just the lords of this meta, because there's really not much rock damage. Like, these are the Pokemon that can throw rock moves, and not even Marowak, that's just Rock Smash that it's referring to there, but, and like, these top Pokemon here are all, like, the rock move that they know is not their preferred move, so there's really not much rock to speak of. And then water damage, you've basically got these two, your Qwilfish and your Poliwrath, right? So yeah, fire types are very safe, and of those, Charizard is your best one. Let me illustrate it this way. Charizard as a safe switch here is rated 100 out of 100. Right, the next best is Qwilfish at 86.3, 86.8. That is a 13-point difference. That's huge. That is, like, phenomenally big. I don't think I've ever seen a gap that big between 1 and 2 in that list, right? Keeping in mind, this is with the new stats for Wing Attack. So in these sims, Wing Attack is doing generating 8 energy rather than 7. Which is what we expect it to be when the season switches over. Now, Charizard is your best fire type, but because fire types are so safe, you can probably, and I recommend running multiple fire types. You've got Moltres, which it recommends Overheat as the second move. I would probably actually run Ancient Power because of all those fire types around. Victini with the Psychic typing, very nice V-Create, hits a lot of the meta. Very hard, and you're a Alolan Marowak, and to a lesser extent, Sunny Castform, and new improved Incinerate Litleo. We've talked about the water type throwers. Hisuian Qwilfish is probably my favorite Pokemon in the meta, because it is one of the two things that can viably throw water at your fire Pokemon, but also because it's so nicely balanced with Poison Jab, Aqua Tail, and either Ice Beam or Shadow Ball, depending on what you want out of that second move. Both are very, very viable, but yeah, it's really nice, and I think every team needs a Hisuian Qwilfish on it. Poliwrath, rated very low, but I think very underrated. Specifically because it is a fighter that can beat all of the fire types, which really, like, the fighters are struggling with the fires purely because of most of the fires' secondary typing. So you've got Charizard, you've got Victini, you've got Moltres, you've got Talonflame. They all resist fighting type moves. So the fighting types will struggle with the fires. Poliwrath doesn't have that problem, which is why Poliwrath will be a lot better than what this rating suggests. Now, speaking of fighting, you have got other options. You've got Machamp, you've got Sirfetch'd, you've got Blaziken, and you've got Primeape as well. The Sirfetch'd can beat the Poliwrath very handily with the power of Leaf Blade, so that is worth considering. We have the ground types. Gligar and Gliscor are going to be very good. Gligar has to have return. It doesn't do any good without it. Gligar and Hisuian Qwilfish make such a good core together. There is so little that can beat both of those Pokemon. Piloswine, also good. It crushes the Gligar Gliscor, and also does pretty well against Hisuian Qwilfish, even though it doesn't want to take those Aqua Tails. And Runegrigus, any ghost type is pretty safe. Like, you're only worried about your Hisuian Qwilfish, really. Then we have your electric types. You got Zapdos, Galvantula, and Electivire. They're the three that I'm looking at. Raikou, not as much. Zapdos with the flying typing, a good moveset, and Drill Peck Thunderbolt, and consider Ancient Power as well instead of Thunderbolt, maybe, possibly. Do some research. Galvantula beats the Hisuian Qwilfish and also very comfortably beats Poliwrath, any of the fighters, and Electivire with Ice Punch, Wild Charge can hit things very, very hard and then dip. So great with an energy lead, great with a shield advantage. That is it for Ember Cup. Hopefully this helps. Let us know in the comments what you plan to run, and good luck with your Ember Cup battles.